So now I would like to invite the next speaker is our very own Monzur Ahmed Chowdhury. He will present the topic is unleashing the potential of SRE for modern operations. Thank you.
Before jumping into the session, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers. Most of them are actually very close to me. And 2 months back, when they discussed with me that they are going to arrange one session on cloud native technology, I was pretty sure that this is going to be a successful one because I know their capabilities and the dedication they can put on. So definitely they deserve a big appreciation along with the sponsors and today's audience. So may I request a big round of applause for them. Thank you. So my name is Monzur Ahmed Chowdhury. Currently, I'm working at Robi Axiata Limited as head of IT operation. Today's topic is unleashing the potential of SRE for modern operation. So here, two things, two keyword. One is reliability and another is modern operation. We actually, since long in IT industry, we used to talk about operation, but nowadays, as we are moving towards cloud native technology, so in a sense, operation is struggling to meet the demand of business with the legacy practices. So my intention is to show how we can adopt SRE to align with business, to serve better to business, and also to establish operation not as a bottleneck, as an enabler of IT. Because if we stick towards the previous legacy practice, then ultimately it will be a problem for overall IT because there is no chance to stick to old concept. We have to move to future. Okay, so there is a comment or there is a saying from philosopher Confucius that a man who lacks reliability is utterly useless. So this is equally true for women and operation also, not only for men. So reliability is a keyword or very important for IT. If we cannot prove IT as a reliable service, then actually we are nowhere. Okay, this is the, on a high level, these are the topics today I will cover. Basically, I will try to cover the purpose, why we should adopt SRE, the pillars of SRE, Dickerson pyramid, how SRE can help us, and the SRE roadmap for any enterprise, how we can implement SRE in any enterprise, okay? So in introduction, I would say cloud native technology refers to a set of practice, methodologies, and tools designed to leverage scalability, reliability, and agility. So basically, cloud native technology is all about agility, reliability, and efficiency. So IT operation, modern operation actually blend the cutting edge technology, people, and right process to deliver the operational deliveries. So in this case, actually, SRE is the right piece which can contribute to blend between technology, people, and process. Because in any organization, if you see, what are the key pillars? Three things. Number one, people. Number two, process. And number three, your technology. So today, I believe most of the speakers will talk about technology as it is a technology event, but we should consider about people and process also. That's why I chose this topic. these are the three pillars of modern operation I have mentioned, because if you don't have right skill set, right workforce to run your show, then you'll not be able to run the show. So people is very important to run the show, first pillar. Second pillar is your process. You have to have the right process in place so that you can deliver as per your agreement or as per your SLA. So right process is very important. Along with people and process, you have to choose the right technology, which we are talking today about the cloud native technology. So purpose and history of SRE. SRE began as an initiative to bridge the gap between the developers and IT operations actually. We all know that there is a tussle between operation and development team always. Okay, so to bridge the gap between development team and operation, SRE came into picture. Back in 2003, Google actually introduced this SRE principle. When Google services and product line grew up, so they were struggling to accommodate the service as per the business demand. And at that time, a team called production engineering formed under the leadership of Ben Traynor. And from then, actually, Google started this SRE practice. Okay? So what are the key pillars of SRE? SRE first pillar is cultural transformation. We have to transform the culture, I mean organizational culture, because the main point is the collaboration, how we will able to, establish the collaborative environment between the teams. Because if we keep tussling among the developers and operation team, then the delivery will be hampered. Now, the question might come that what is the difference between DevOps and SRE? So basically, there is nothing called DevOps versus SRE. There is no versus, it is DevOps with SRE, because there is no conflict between DevOps and SRE. SRE came later, DevOps came first actually, and SRE came later to help DevOps to bridge the leftover gaps with the operation. Okay? So there is no conflict between DevOps and SRE. Number two, proactive monitoring and response. One of the critical component of SRE is we have to establish a proactive monitoring and response mechanism, because if we don't know what is happening in our IT environment, and if business knows before us, then there is no credibility actually. So the key point here is we have to discover the unknowns before someone else know it, and we have to step in and we have to solve it. So monitoring and proactive response is very critical for SRE. Number three is reliability at scale. So we are talking about reliability. When we are talking about reliability, that means we have to prove that yes, our systems are reliable and it will deliver as per SLA. In SRE actually, we are not calling it SLA, we are calling it SLO, service level objective, not service level agreement. What is the difference between service level agreement and service level objective? So service level agreement is kind of a legal framework with your service providers, and service level objective is your own objective, that up to which level my service will perform and up to which performance metrics we will measure. That is the service level objective. So there is a slight difference between service level agreement and service level objective. There is another term in SRE, that is error budget. So we have to define these two things precisely before starting the SRE journey, the service level objective and error budget. So what is error budget? Error budget is nothing but your maximum tolerable downtime. In our typical operation, we define the maximum tolerable downtime. How much downtime a system can accept or business can accept from a particular system. That is your maximum tolerable downtime. In SRE practice, we call it as error budget. That you have to fix your error budget, that how much error one system can contain before making it live. Okay? And there should be a mutual agreement with all your stakeholders. Efficiency through automation. So automation is one of the key component of SRE. In SRE, we call it toil reduction. What is toil? Toil is your daily activities, which we do in our day-to-day activities. And in IT, basically, day-to-day activities, most of the tasks should be automated. And there should not be any toil. There should not be any repeated task which we do manually. So there are three conditions actually for toil reduction. Number one, if it is repetitive, if it is bulk in nature, and if it follow a fixed rule, then we can call it as a toil, and toil has to be reduced. Otherwise, your efficiency will not be increased. Overall efficiency increment will be depending on your how much toil you can reduce. So SRE target to reduce the toil as much as possible for better efficiency. And the last point is scalability and resilience. By embracing principles like infrastructure as code, ISC, or containerization, organization can achieve greater agility and resiliency and scalability for their operation. So reliability, there is a concept called Dickerson pyramid. So there was a guy called Mickey Dickerson. He was in Google actually. He left Google in 2013 when US President Mr. Barack Obama was doing the national healthcare program for USA. That healthcare program was struggling for reliability and stability. Then Dickerson joined with US government, and he started he defined a reliability framework actually. That is called Dickerson pyramid. It has 7 steps. If any organization wants to establish their IT organization as a reliable service or system provider, then they can follow the Dickerson pyramid. Basically, Mickey Dickerson was encouraged from Maslow's hierarchy, needs of hierarchy law. There is also 7 steps. From that concept, he built this Dickerson pyramid for system reliability. So what is that pyramid? It has 7 steps. Number 1, monitoring. So monitoring, we all know that any systems has to be under monitoring, proactive monitoring, so that before it triggers any incident, we should know that what is going on. And after monitoring, we have to do the incident response. So incident response means our first line of defense should monitor it, and they should respond, and they should onboard the right people to fix the problem before it turns into an incident. Okay? And after responding and solving the problem, postmortem should take place. So postmortem is nothing but your root cause analysis. We have to identify the root cause, why this happened, and what went wrong, and how we can prevent it. There are particular methods for root cause identification actually. There are industry best practices like you have fishbone method, you have your 5 why method. So we need to identify the actual root cause, and there is another principle which SRE follow, that blameless approach. In your postmortem, we have to consider that the approach should be blameless. We should not blame X team or Y team that it happened for you. And SRE follow this blameless approach. We should identify the actual root cause, and we have to fix the problem. And after fixing the problem, we should have some sort of preventive action so that it doesn't repeat again. If we can stop the problem repetition, then automatically our problem occurrence, number of occurrence will be reduced. So postmortem is very important. After postmortem, we know what went wrong, and then we have to develop the solution, we have to develop the fixes, and we have to test it, and we should be ready for the next release. So after postmortem, testing and release process comes into picture. The next step is capacity planning. Capacity planning is very important for any IT organization. We know why we need capacity planning, because capacity planning can come from business forecast. Capacity planning can happen from your organic growth. So we need to measure the organic growth, how much organic growth is happening for a particular system, and where we want to go, how much growth will happen down the line 6 months or 1 year. Based on that, we should do the capacity planning to prevent any outage. Say for example, if I know that the way my business is growing, the TPS will grow from 300 to 400 TPS in next 1 quarter, then we should scale up our systems accordingly to prevent any future failure. Then after capacity planning, development comes into picture, that if you want to revamp your application, you should develop accordingly, and we should go to the next phase, which is the ultimate phase, and it is your product, the finished product, and it is ready for deployment. So these are the 7 steps of Dickerson pyramid, which is a component of SRE, particularly for system reliability. Okay, so how SRE is helping us in our day-to-day IT organization? Number 1, it improves reliability. As I mentioned, that following Dickerson pyramid, SRE helps us to improve the reliability. Okay, then enhance scalability and efficiency by leveraging automation and efficient resource management. It helps us to scalable and build a scalable and efficient system. Number 3 is better user experience. If we improve the reliability and performance, SRE contributes to give a better user experience and loyal user. It will give you a loyal user. And our today's first keynote speaker was talking about the ride-sharing application, that if your ride-sharing application doesn't allow you to log in on when you need it, then actually your customer will leave. So that's where loyalty comes in. If you see that whatever application I need and it is working as I expect, then automatically loyalty comes. Right? So SRE helps us for better user experience. Faster incident response. As I have shown in my previous slide, that as per Dickerson pyramid, the monitoring and incident response are 2 key parameters for SRE. So it will help us for faster incident response, because you have your own SRE team which will always monitor your systems, and it will do the proper incident response, and it will help you to reduce the MTTR actually. Your mean time to recovery will be automatically reduced. And alignment with business objectives. So SRE ensures the operational efforts are aligned with business goals, because SRE is a cross-functional kind of thing actually. So you will have continuous discussion with your business alignment will be better, and there will be no gap with your business. Okay. So the next step is your SRE roadmap, how we can implement SRE in any organization. Because as I mentioned in my very first comment, that we have to come out from that legacy operational practice. IT operation is no more a choice for a modern organization. We have to go towards SRE for agility. So how we can implement SRE? Okay, there are 8 steps actually in SRE roadmap. Number 1, assessment and planning. Evaluate current practice, define goals, and where we want to go actually. So first of all, we have to evaluate our current practice. What are the practices we are currently following? We have to evaluate that, and accordingly we have to change our practice, and we have to define our new process for SRE. Number 2 is education and training. We have to educate our employees or our workforce for SRE, because SRE is a new concept. So now, as I mentioned, that there are people who are confused about DevOps and SRE. That what is the difference? As I have mentioned, that there is no conflict with DevOps and SRE. SRE is a discipline actually, and DevOps is a framework. Rather than I mean discipline, I would say SRE is a philosophy. We have to adopt SRE for a modern operation. So with that philosophy, you have to train up our education, our workforce for making them ready for SRE practices. Number 3 is form a dedicated SRE team. If we don't have a dedicated SRE team, then it will be difficult to maintain, because that team should have the software development knowledge. That team should have the system knowledge also, and also they should have the process knowledge also. So with that combination of those 3 knowledge at least, we should form the dedicated SRE team. Number 4 is define service level objectives and error budget. As I mentioned in my last slide, that the concept SLA is getting changed now. It is no more SLA, it is SLO. So SLO and error budget has to be defined at number 4. Number 5 is automation and monitoring. So automation team and monitoring team should work hand in hand, because they know what are the daily tasks coming I think, Amir, this laptop is getting died. Charge. Charge it. Charge चलेगा सब. Okay, thank you. Yes, so based on the day-to-day task identification, we have to do the automation at number 5. And number 6 is continuous improvement. So encourage feedback and take learning from the errors, and we have to improve continuously. That is the sixth step of SRE. Then integration with DevOps, align development operation team and shared responsibility. So we have to integrate with the DevOps team at number 7. And number 8 is measurement and reporting. We have to measure how our SRE is working, and we have to report accordingly. If there is any loopholes found, then we have to improve on that part. So that is all about the roadmap of SRE. And in conclusion, SRE is more than a discipline, as I have mentioned. It's a movement towards future, where operations are not a bottleneck, but a catalyst for growth. So when we are saying that it is a movement, that's why actually I have chosen this topic today, that most of the corporate leaders are here, and our workforce are also here. So we should adopt SRE, and we should talk about SRE in our organization, that how we can go towards SRE instead of typical IT operation, to adopt cloud-native technology. Because the bottom line of cloud-native technology is your resilience, reliability, and agility. And SRE also fall under the same principle, that SRE will give you the reliability and agility. So we have to adopt that new movement and new philosophy. So that's all from my side. Thank you, everyone. If you have any question, we can take a question now.
Any questions from audience side? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So my question here is, basically, technical team works on night time most of the time in telecom or any big organization around there. So my question here is, at the night time, sometimes there are some downtime around there. So what is the correlation with the error budgeting with the downtime on SRE part?
Okay.
Thank you.
So thanks, Hasib, for asking this nice question, actually. So error budget actually is your tolerable downtime. And when you are talking about your planned maintenance window, so you are talking about your planned maintenance window, right?
Right.
So in any situation, planned maintenance window is excluded from your error budget. So error budget is your tolerable downtime which occurs for your unknown reason, for an incident. Planned maintenance window is not an incident, actually.
Okay.
Right? You got your answer, or you want more?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more question? Okay. So with that, we conclude this session.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Monzur bhai, for presenting nice concept for SRE for modern operations. So from KCD organization point of view, we will have a token of appreciation for Monzur Ahmed Chowdhury. Nice presentations. And Monzur bhai is my ex-boss.